Hello, I'm Louise Minchin. Welcome to The Hidden Heart, a programme produced by ITN Business in partnership with British Heart Foundation. Heart and circulatory diseases affect around 7.6 million people in the UK and are responsible for 1 in 4 of all deaths. In this programme, we look at the research and commercial innovations that are tackling these diseases and conditions, improving patient outcomes and offering hope for the future. Up to 45% of all heart attacks are silent, meaning the classic symptoms such as chest pain or difficulty with breathing are not present. Fourth Frontier has developed Frontier X2, a wearable monitoring device that offers continuous, detailed, real-time feedback into your heart's performance, including heart rate and respiratory data. I'm joined in the studio by Fourth Frontier co-founder Manav Bhushan and by world-class champion runner Paula Radcliffe to discuss the game-changing technology. Lovely to see you both. Thanks so much. So Manav, let's start talking about heart attacks because they're not always the sort of dramatic thing we see on television, are they?
Yes, absolutely. Like you said, 45% of heart attacks are actually silent. That means the person who's having the heart attack has no idea that this has happened. And the prognosis for those people with silent heart attacks is much worse than people who have symptoms because they don't get treatment in time. Mm-hmm. So it's extremely important to monitor your heart continuously and, where possible, measure the ECG to see if there are any changes that might be indicative of heart issues.
So we know that lots of things play into heart health, lifestyle choices like diet, like exercise, like not smoking, for example. They can have a huge impact. But what about heart monitoring? How would that help?
So, we've had several users who are able to monitor their continuous ECG and then see the effects of smoking, of alcohol, of poor sleep on their ECG. Now, everyone knows that smoking is bad for you, but when you can actually see the effects directly on the ECG and the frequency of rhythm changes, then it makes it much easier for that person to make lifestyle changes and make healthier choices. So we do have many devices in the market which allow users to take a spot check of their ECG. But if that is the equivalent of a still camera, then what we are offering is a CCTV camera, which allows you to record your ECG continuously for up to 24 hours while you're sleeping, while you're exercising, while you're doing any kind of activity. And this enables you to catch the 85% of arrhythmias, which are actually asymptomatic, where the user doesn't know that anything abnormal is happening.
Paula, I know that you're an incredible athlete, you're an endurance athlete. You've used this, so how does it help you?
I think in many ways it helps me. First of all, given the career I'd had, running competitively since I was 9 or 10, all the way through and pushing my body, pushing my heart hard through that. I think for me, the first thing was peace of mind. So I remember the first run that Manav took me on was actually at the Great North Run. And we then I went for a run with the monitor on, and just to get the feedback that, yes, you haven't damaged your heart, it's in good condition at the moment, and then to be able to regularly check in on that is vital to me. And then I saw the benefits after I had COVID, because I could myself monitor that my heart wasn't behaving normally as I returned to running. So to make that a really gradual, slow return. And then I have little things that I monitor now. And then it also helped me with my mum as well.
I'll come to your mum in a minute. What I want you to do, Manav, is also show me some of the data that, for example, Paula's been able to look at as well. If you explain what we've got here.
So this is our live user dashboard, and this was recorded last week when Paula was in the UK and I was in India. And this shows you the heart rate, breathing rate, heart strain for everyone who's using the device at that minute. And now this is our live ECG dashboard, which actually allows a third party or a doctor to view your ECG while you're streaming it live. And this can be used for teleconsultations and for guiding people through a cardiac rehabilitation program. And this is what an individual's dashboard looks like. So it shows you a list of all your recordings with the total duration, the total training load, the maximum heart strain, and a rhythm pie chart showing you the percentage of time that you spent in normal versus other rhythm. And if you go into any particular recording, then you can actually scroll through the entire ECG while you look at the heart rate graph.
You found this, you mentioned with your mum, so how did that help her?
Well, my mum was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation in 2019. So I immediately got a monitor on her, and that helped her to work together with her cardiologist and really came into its own during the pandemic because, of course, she couldn't go and see her cardiologist then, but she could send him the ECG readings that she'd done, the workouts there, and they could keep tinkering with the medication that she was on to kind of settle it down. So it's now, I mean, she'll be managing it for life, but it's now settled down to a level that keeps her reassured and settled and helps me being separated and far away from her as well. And then she wanted to go on a singles walking holiday through Cornwall, and Manav and the team were very kind and worked with her on a training program really to make sure that her heart stayed healthy enough to be able to do that.
Thank you so much for talking about it. And what's extraordinary about this is it's on the one hand, you've got someone like your mum, and then you've got someone like you. So this is technology that sort of spans an enormous range of people. What do you think? And I'm fascinated because I'm an endurance athlete as well, not like you. But what do you think the sort of future of it is?
48% of adults suffer from some form of cardiovascular disease, and my family is representative of that. So we really built this device to enable any adult to really take control of their own cardiac health and lead a longer and healthier life.
Gosh, thank you both so much for talking about it. Manav Bhushan and Paula Radcliffe, thank you so much.
Thank you.